What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Jesse Singh here, the host of the Creating Consciousness podcast. Before we get into today's episode, I did want to give a small disclaimer, as we are going to be exploring some sensitive topics that may be triggering for some of our viewers and listeners. These topics are going to include MAID, medical assistance in dying, topics surrounding self-harm, suicide, end-of-life decisions, and mental health. I know that these are some touchy subjects, and we tried to explore the subject with the utmost thoughtfulness and respect, and not to sensationalize it. If you feel overwhelmed during these conversations, we encourage you to take care of yourself and consider skipping this episode or returning to it when you're in a better headspace. If you yourself are struggling with any of these ideations or challenges, or know someone that you love and care about that is going through some similar struggles, we have provided some resources in the description of the episode that you can contact. Otherwise, you can contact 310-COPE, 211-988, Crisis Line, Kids Help Phone, or 911 in case of emergencies. Thank you all for listening.
What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to Creating Consciousness, a podcast where we cover everything from music, mental health, comedy, current events, and spirituality, and much more. We're also going to have some various guests talking about their creative adventures and how that has helped shape their day-to-day life. Standing with me here, or sitting with me here, is my co-host, producer, my homie. Give it up for Dante! Yeah, bro. Comes with his own ad-lib. Really cutting the budgets on this one, bro. Fuck yes.
You can upload sound effects to this board, actually.
I like yours. I like having it raw and uncut.
There we go.
Pause. Sorry.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. That's crazy. Well, anyways, but thank you guys for joining me. Last episode, we kind of covered a range of topics about, what it means to be in a creative art form, not make money, being fucking broke, but still learning to be happy. You know? Today, I wanted to touch on something that I actually loved.
Okay.
Like, this is kind of, I guess, the nerdy part of me coming out, but when I took psychology in university.
Okay.
We had this course called cultural psychology, which I fucked with a lot.
Okay.
And there was a topic where they talked about individualistic versus collectivistic cultures. Before I explain what that is, do you think as a society in North America specifically, we have become more selfish as a people?
Have we become more selfish as a people?
Yes.
So as a group, we've become more selfish. Is that what you're asking? As a whole?
I guess individually and as a whole.
Have we become more selfish? I would say so, yeah.
Okay. What would be your takeaway?
Well, just to piggyback off of, what we're talking about last episode about, like, being broken, you have to grind for yourself. It's always for yourself. And a lot of people are hustling for themselves.
100%, yeah.
So that's why I would say that.
Yeah, fair. I mean, yeah, I would kind of share the same sentiments. I think, like, it's a weird time now, even especially when there's, like, quote-unquote good deeds being done.
Yeah.
Right? People do it as a means of, like, that's not the term. What is the term of, like, getting almost stripes for it? You know what I mean? Like, doing it in a way where it's like, oh, yeah, like, I'm a good person.
Oh, okay,
Self-validation.
Yeah.
Right? Versus, like, just doing it out of the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember... this was random, but like I met this random Greek lady at a restaurant. She was working there. This mom, place called Delish Kitchen. They're not sponsoring us or anything, but if you guys are ever in the Etobicoke area, they're fucking fire.
Okay.
So shout out to these guys. But I remember she was there by herself, and I was talking to her, and then this was my second time going there, and the reason why I went back was because, like, the first time I went, it was her and her husband, and I walked in, I ordered something, and the man's like, yo, it's going to take some time, and he just randomly gave me some tea and, like, a piece of cake.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, just to chill, and he's like, while you wait, you know what I mean, for free. And I just thought it was so nice. Like, they were very hospitable people, very kind, so that made me want to go back. The food was fire, so I remember I went back the second time. And then I told her that story. I was like, yo, that was really nice of you guys, like, man. Like, I came last time, and after I was like, oh, like, you guys gave me a piece of cake. You gave me tea. She's like, what time was it? I'm like, around 2 o'clock. She's like, oh, no. She's like, that's just tea time.
Oh.
Like, she didn't even take it as, like, you gave me this thing for free. She was just like, she's like, no, like it's just tea. We gave you tea because we're having tea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I remember like just talking to her a little bit about like just her journey, opening up the kitchen. And, you know, she talked about how like they were just a small business. There was a guy that had a business there before. They sold it to a guy. A guy took it over and he couldn't make ends meet. He had a lease signed for like 6 years and like he was his business was failing. He couldn't do it. So then they just bought it back from him.
Oh.
They're like, yo, rather than you having to like end the lease and pay out all this shit ton of money, we'll just take it back from you. So like, and then they bought it back from him and then they started up their own shit. And then she talked about a story about like Canada being a bit weird. Okay. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, because everyone, like, she's like, even the tea thing. She's like, it was just weird that you thought that was a nice gesture.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to her, she was like, we were literally just giving you tea. Like, you know
you're supposed to have tea.
Yeah, you're supposed to have tea at this time, bro. What are you talking about? And then, like, she talked about how, like, even in her street, there was people working on the power lines and shit. And it was like summertime was hot as fuck. Yeah. So she was cutting watermelon. She saw them and she just gave them some watermelon. And they were like, shocked. Yeah. And she's like, it's just weird that like when you try to do something nice for someone, they're like taken aback by it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and I think that goes back to the cultural thing. So like what we learned about like the individualistic versus collectivistic shit. And this is stuff we already kind of know, but it was just cool seeing it from a psychological perspective. So primarily in individualistic cultures, you actually kind of said this, the idea is shaped around the individual, right? Yeah. As the name suggests. But the idea is like you live in a society where you form your own identity. You have the freedom to do that. And then the aspect of it is you are doing things. There's no idea of a nuclear family. There's no like cousins, relatives, or grandparents involved in what you would see as your unit, right? Your family is usually your wife, your kids, and like everyone else is an extension of that. Okay. But they're not what you're working toward, right? Your household is considered that small unit. Yeah. That's like in individualistic cultures. And then the primary goal is to like what you mentioned, right? You work toward taking care of your household, which is primarily those 4 people, 5 people, how many kids you have. But this is where it gets interesting. There was a study where they asked people from different cultures and ask them for directions. So people in individualistic cultures tend to give you directions based off of their point of view. So like, oh, they'll say you gotta go north 5 blocks down this way, turn east. It's always in relation to them versus like what their perspective is. If you ask people in culture, like collectivistic cultures, and people make jokes about this too, if you ask them, they'll always tell you directions based off of relationships with someone else. So like if you were to go to like a village in India and be like, yo, how do I get to this person's house? They'll be like, oh, walk this way, you'll see a mango stand. Yeah. Turn right at the mango stand, there's gonna be a guy selling tea. Interesting, Right? Like it's always in relationship to another person or being or like something else. Yeah.
Something in the community.
Something in the community. Yeah. And like the pros of like living in individualistic is the fact that, you have freedom to form your own identity. You have the ability to like, still quote unquote make it for yourself. But then the cons of that, as you mentioned before, it does almost come from, like, lack of a better term, a selfish perspective, where it's like, I'm doing this for me. There's no feeling of community that is left. So then isolation is much more prominent, right? Mental health, depression is much more prominent because now it's just you. On the flip side, when you look at collectivistic cultures, a lot of it is based off of what am I doing for the community? How am I giving back to my tribe, my village, whatever the case is, right? That type of ideology. And the nuclear family is all involved. Grandparents, cousins, uncles, whatever. Like, you know, people make jokes about it, but there's like Indian families, 15 people in one fucking house, right? Like, bro, when I grew up, both my grandparents were living with us. My uncle was with us. My auntie, everybody was in the house. You know what I mean? Which was financial reasons, right? But then there's also the aspect of that. You move as a unit.
But you know what's crazy? Because we live in Canada. So like, even though like as a whole, it's an individualistic society. In my neighborhood alone, I see collectivist cultures.
Yes.
Right? Like my neighbors that live across from me, there's bare people in that house.
Yeah, bro.
But it's like they all move as a unit.
Yeah.
It's like I have no idea how many people actually live in this
Trust
house.
me, brother.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to out them because it's like it's none of my business. Well, I'm like, yo, and everyone lives in the house, even to the right. It's like everybody lives in the house.
Everybody's in that crib,
and
bro.
everyone's throwing money in the pot. You know?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, I got paid this week. Throw it in the
Yeah.
pot. Throw it in the da-da-da-da-da. And so they all move up as a unit.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, in other households, it's like, what's my money is my money.
Exactly. It's not moving as a collective. But I'm not trying to make it sound all like peachy and shit.
For sure.
There's detriments to that too, right? The biggest detriment is that you don't have the freedom to form your identity. Your identity is based off of what you can do for your community.
Yeah.
Shame is a huge thing. Shame is a huge motivator where it's like, if I do something that steps out of my community's values, principles, I'm going to be shamed for it. I'm going to be outcasted, right? That's why, like, when people feel depressed and you feel isolated or unheard, that's why it's so scary or so daunting, is because naturally we're social beings.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, when you feel like you're pushed aside, it's not just like an emotional, it's literally survival.
Yeah.
Like if you were to be kicked out of your tribe, you're done. You're
done.
cooked.
Yeah, you're done.
Right? So it's like the same idea in this aspect as well. Where it's like that's kind of the detriment where your identity gets stripped away from you.
Yeah.
You know? And being a child of an immigrant, and I'm sure like many other people can attest to this or relate to that too, is like that's always been the struggle. When it comes to living in Canada or North America, being born here, it's like you're always clashing those two cultures.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm born and bred into a collectivistic culture, and this idea, like this, idea where community is a big thing, or being part of this unit is a big thing, and doing things abided by what your family's laws are.
Yeah.
Right? But then I live in a society where it's like, no, but you're free to do what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all of this shit is like fucking going back and forth. Priya's out here like, well, what do you mean I can't wear a crop top? You know what I mean? I just shake my ass. It's free. It's free.
You know what? Because one thing that I was thinking about is when I was younger, or like, we have that saying like, oh, it takes a village, right?
Yeah.
So like even growing up, my neighborhood was much more involved with each other because I've lived in the same neighborhood for a long time.
Yes.
But over time, everyone just receded back into their households.
Yeah.
Like it's not, we don't have any more block parties no more.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's just like, everyone stay inside. It could be COVID. It could be social media. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I just know, I remember growing up, we would have like block-wide barbecues.
100%.
You don't see that no more.
No, bro. I like it's crazy that I was thinking about that as well because I grew up in Jane and Finch.
Oh yeah,
and I know it has like this negative connotation or reputation behind it. There's
100%.
a lot of politics and stuff, but that was one of my favorite things about growing up there.
Yeah,
was that literally my whole neighborhood knew each other.
Yeah.
Like I would come home late from school and it was just an unwritten thing where it's like, if you come home late from school and no one's at home, you go to your neighbors.
Yeah.
And my neighbor was this old Italian Nonna.
Okay.
Who loved us, bro.
Yeah.
But like, and that was the other beautiful thing was that even though there was like so many different people on our street, different backgrounds and stuff, and they might not even have an understanding of it. I'm realize this now. She was actually racist, but she loved us.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like hatred. It was just like, I don't understand why. Like when I was younger, I had a turban, so I had long hair.
Okay.
And I used to tie it up. And she was like a very devout Catholic. So like I would go there and she would like, she would make me food. She would let me, we would chill, play games and stuff. But then I remember every time before I left, she would be like, Jesse, why you no cut hair? She was like, you look like girl. Jesus no like. And I'm like, Dora, Jesus, I don't know if Jesus knows me. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Probably, he's the homie now. But
Yeah.
But it's like that, bro. It was beautiful. It's like, even though people were different, there was this feeling of like, yo, there's a community there, like you said.
But let me ask you this, because, Jane and Finch, there's a lot of immigrants that live in that area.
Yes.
So is it like people that are coming from those
similar cultures
where it's like community is the main thing?
Yeah.
And then they all move to that same area area, so it's still kind of like a collectivist thing.
I 100% think that is a part of it.
Mhm.
Like, I do think that is what influenced it a lot
Mhm.
because, you know, even going there, well, I haven't like been there in a while, but
Yeah.
like when I was living there, I remember like the local grocery store, like my mom knew that people should be there all the time.
Yeah.
And if she ever popped in or something, they might toss in like something for
Yeah,
free.
for sure.
Or like it was one of those things where it's like, yo, even if you didn't have the money to give them that day, they'll be like, oh, it's all good. Like,
Yeah.
pay me back next week.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? It was like that
Yeah.
level of like
Mhm.
community.
Now, here's another question, because a lot of those stores are gone now.
They're gone. They don't
You
exist.
know what I
And
mean? So like you can't even do that. You
Yeah.
can't go to like a superstore and be like, yo, can I pay you back?
Yeah.
next week?
Yeah.
No, get out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And the neighborhood's been like gentrified, right?
Yeah, true.
Unfortunately and shit too. But that I think was like even bro, like even like little shit. Like when I say community, I mean even when it came to the street politics stuff, there was just unwritten rules people knew. Like there was
Okay.
like a boys and girls club that was like a little shack that we used to go to sometimes for lunch, and it was just a place to hang out.
Yeah.
And I remember like going there and like hanging out and like you know, all the staff that worked there were people that lived in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So if they saw you outside or on road and you were acting some type of way, they would check you on it.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? You had the community leaders involved.
Yeah.
And I remember like this vividly too, the story of like my homie got jumped. And then, you know, that was the
Was
first...
it in the morning?
No, it was lunchtime. So
Okay,
it's still
this is-
midday. It's still odd hours of the day, bro. So it was like during lunchtime. Because what happens is, bro, there was always older kids posted up at the plaza that would like wait for you to buy something or see if you had lunch money, and they would try to rob you.
Okay.
But like there was this one place they shut down, but like this place was legendary too, bro. Double. They used to sell like pizza, fries, wings, and
Okay.
shit. And
I've heard of this.
and there was a guy there that worked. There was a dude with a turban that worked there, and he had one arm. But this man was chefing it up, bro. He was cooking like 3 poutines at a time.
Yeah.
Cooking all this people. One hand, bro. He was like he was lit. But the owner of the store was a G, because he saw the kids going from middle school to high school. Like
Yeah.
he knew the kids.
Yeah, because they've been going there.
They've been going there.
Yeah.
So like he would watch them grow up, and then if he ever saw like the older kids bothering them or something, he would be the one to stick up for them.
Yeah.
Like I remember we walked in there one day, this older guy was like pressing me for my change. Like that was, and I still to this day, I don't know why hoodmans do this. They'll like wait to get your change. Like you would have $5, you would buy something, you get $3 back, and they'd be like, "Yo, give me your change." And it's like you didn't even ask for the $5.
I'll let you get what you want first.
Yeah, legit, bro. They're like, whatever. I don't want to take all your food. So like,
Keep the Gatorade, but I want that $3.
yeah, bro. So like, you would buy food, you buy like a pizza slice. The man would give me $3 back, and he was pressing me for my change. And the man behind the counter started getting vexed. He was like, "Bro, stop talking." He's like, leave the store." And then they cussed back and forth. This man jumped over the counter
Crazy.
and chased him outside. So it's like, I just feel like that sense of community is gone, bro.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think it's just, you know, I personally I think it might be a social media thing, like because everyone's just in their own world, everyone's in their own bubble.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's family's in their own household.
Yeah.
Whereas like before, the
People
whole
are
community
outside.
was the house.
Yeah.
You know? So like people were outside. You have no reason to be inside on your phone all day because you couldn't.
Yeah.
It didn't exist. You know? So
Bro, I didn't even take that in. Because like, yeah, I just thought about that when you said that, because it's like, we blame the kids for not being outside playing and this, that, and the other. But it's like, yo, as grown-ups too, we're like addicted to our technology.
yeah.
Like I
The
see
PS5 is sick, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, bro, but mans are inside for real,
Yeah,
bro.
man, they're inside. I know.
That's crazy.
But like, cause when you're outside and you're in the community and everyone's part of the community, everyone knows everybody.
Yeah.
So if like you're acting up, the store owner knows your mom personally.
Yes.
Like, yo,
Yes.
I'm calling her right now.
Yeah,
Like, what
bro.
do you mean?
Yeah,
You know? But now it's like, one, those stores are gone.
Yeah.
Two, oh, that's not my kid, so it's not even my problem.
Yeah.
Even though that kid is in your community.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or
Like,
they would give permission to like those people to give you. I got licks in the temple one time
really?
because I was running in and out with my shoes on.
Oh.
And you're supposed to take your shoes off.
yeah.
And I was like running in and out with my shoes on, and like this like older lady like a grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
First, she told me to stop. I didn't listen. I kept doing it. Bro, the prayer is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, like 10 old Punjabi women get up and beat the shit out of me with their cane. And my dad is sitting right there, bro. He watches the whole thing happen. And then he like just comes up to me and asks if I want water. I'm like, bro, these masters and the priest is just praying, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's like shit like that, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if it really is possible to bring that back unless it's like more like you would have to just be outside more.
Yeah.
You know, or like if you and all the homies somehow purchased a block together, which I think would be so sick.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
You know, but like that just doesn't happen.
But what do you think it is that has caused that to like kind of we've drifted away from it? Do you think it is like the aspect that like people are just kind of not going outside as often? Do you think it's a safety thing? Because I will say that I think a lot of the younger generation now are bro, like things have always been crazy, but I just feel like now
They're wildin'.
they're wilding, bro.
Yeah.
And they feel like they have something to prove because I think of social media.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's I mean, I do live in a nicer area, so I'm not like worried about
Privy to
safety.
it, yeah.
No, but they're still like people wilding.
They're mod, bro. Yeah,
They're mod. They're on the
everywhere,
scooters,
bro.
everywhere. But
The scooters is also crazy to me.
the scooters are crazy.
Being a hood man and on an e-bike.
Dog, I know. 2 mans to an e-bike is crazy.
Bro.
And it's the small ones too. It's never like
crazy, bro. Yo, dog, are you stupid? Run up, fam. They're hugging their
They're
boy.
literally hugging each other.
Watch out, there's a speed bump.
But I think it's more of like people are just so disconnected, right?
Yeah.
So even like I don't know what it's like for like younger kids these days, but like if you know if you have a friend, your parents know each other.
Yeah.
Is that even the case these days?
I don't know.
I don't
think so.
You know?
I don't think it is the way it was before. Definitely not. And also, a lot of stuff is way more accessible now. Right?
Okay.
Like, meaning like, you know, guns, weapons and shit. That's one thing. But then outside of that, it's like even at the youth shelter, there was kids like 14, 15 popping Percocets and on Xans. And it's like, bro, when we were kids, the worst thing you could do is like smoke weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the fact that they're just getting all this shit, so much access to it. And like, and I don't think like this is the sole reason, but obviously I'm sure music, mainstream media has a role to play in that 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, social media is mainstream, like,
Is mainstream.
It's mainstream,
Yeah.
right? So if that's what people are seeing, you know, people are seeing all these Twitch streamers and
All of that.
Dog, I was in Hamilton on Friday, and I saw like one of those Twitch streamers. He's like, "Yo, chat, He's trying to be like a Kaisa, like a I show speed, like I'm doing an IRL stream. Yo, chat, this guy's we're doing like roast therapy, right? So we're doing like street roasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's for the better. Like obviously we're making fun of people, but they can make fun of us too. Right?
That's funny.
Right? So they can make fun of us, or we can give them the microphones. They can make fun of each other, but it's all in good fun, right? But then the streamer comes in completely in his own world, and he's like, yo, this guy's roasting us. What's wrong with him? He's making... And then we're like, do you not see the sign? Like, we're doing roast. Like, yo, chat, this guy's roasting us. Like, yo... Like, be in the real world. Like,
bro.
this guy's like, he's here, but he's not here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
his body's here, but his mind is on Twitch chat.
And and I think that right there is a perfect definition of what it means to be a slave to the algorithm. It's like, yo, you're not, like you just said, you're not in this world anymore.
Yeah.
That is your world.
Yeah.
It's like everything else is like a byproduct to what you're trying to fuel.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy, bro.
Yeah. It was crazy. And like, what was even crazier is like, this dude had like 6 yes men around him.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
I'm like, dog.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, he was in his own world, and we're like, yo, this is what we're doing. Like, this could work. Like, let's go back and forth. But he couldn't get outside of what he was doing on his stream.
Yeah.
To actually make it like a good interaction.
Yeah, it's crazy. Huh?
You know? So I think there is something to do with like everyone is so caught up in their own algorithm, in their own world, to where it's like once again, I don't know this guy. Why should I even care? You know? I literally don't know this guy.
Yeah. There's no feeling of like even that humanness.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't know if it is like, if it still is like this now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't been there in years, but I talked briefly about this in the earlier episodes of like my trip to Jamaica.
Yep.
And bro, I loved it, right?
Yep.
Like I loved, everything, like being in the city with the people.
Yeah.
And like we were in Kingston and we were taking public transit. I mean, we were taking the bus.
Yeah.
But like, first of all, it's crazy that I got called out for saying bus. I don't know this was a thing. It wasn't in Jamaica. It was at the shelter. I was saying something about like, did you take the bus here? And the man was like, yo, fam, I don't take the bus. I take transit. And I was like,
bruh.
I was like, what? And I did. Do you get why the man said it?
No.
Bus is like bus a nut. Like
Oh
they're trying to say like, yo, I
goodness.
don't take a man's nut. I
my-
take the transit.
That's
But also,
crazy.
you saying that made it gayer.
I'd never ever thought about that.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah,
But-
taking a bus is crazy.
But anyway, side note, we were in Kingston and we were taking public transit. And
Yeah.
bro, I never forgot this. We were sitting on the bus, and my professor told me the story. He said he was sitting on the bus, and this lady got on the bus, and she was holding a baby, not like he wasn't like a toddler, he was like a kid,
Yeah.
right? Like a young kid. And she told the bus driver he has to go to a daycare, and he has to be dropped off at the station. Bus driver said, "Cool, no problem." She leaves the bus.
Yeah.
The kid just walks to the back of the bus. He chills next to a random adult. And the bus driver pulls up to that daycare and he says, yo, it's the baby's stop.
Yeah.
Let the baby out.
Uh-huh.
And they just pass the baby up to the front of the bus.
Wow.
And the man leaves. And the same thing, another time when we were waiting for the bus, I've seen this several times. We were waiting at the bus shelters, at the bus stands. And it was like an unspoken thing. No one said anything. But whenever it was like after school and the kids were lining up for the bus,
Yeah.
they would wait until the adults got on the bus first.
Oh.
Just as like an
interesting.
unspoken like respect thing.
Yeah.
Like they just all waited. Even if they were like being rambunctious, loud,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Didn't matter. If they were just being regular teenagers,
Yeah.
they just all unanimously knew to let the adults on first.
Interesting.
And it was like again, it wasn't like there was no rules, there was no signs.
Yeah.
People just did it.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
is
yeah.
like somewhat what's missing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
But that's
like you
also
said.
in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, like that. That's not gonna happen here.
No, I'm not saying that like to that level it would happen here. But I mean
Yeah.
like the idea of just seeing someone else as a person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like you said, it's not just about I don't know this person. It's like there's just a common understanding. Bro, there's a kid on the bus.
Yeah.
We all make sure this kid gets there safely.
Yeah.
You know,
Everyone's there to like make sure this
yeah,
kid gets where he's going to go.
100%.
Yeah. I don't, because my brother, who, funny enough, is a bus driver now,
Yeah.
because he, like, that was his thing growing up,
Yeah.
right? And so he would take the bus at 6 years old by himself.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's just what he liked to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if everyone was like, hey, make sure this kid, but
Yeah, but they
the
knew.
bus drivers knew him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, the bus driver's like, hey, you just here to ride the bus again? He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
It's like I don't think you could get away with that shit now.
Milton, maybe. I don't know.
Milton, maybe, yeah. But like downtown Toronto,
No.
Because, like, bro, can you imagine you're on Bloor Lansdowne
Oh
and
my
there's a
goodness.
baby on the bus? You're
Yeah.
like, someone called 911
I know. For me, like,
immediately.
at that age, the big thing was, like, riding to school. Like,
Yeah.
riding my bike to school. Because normally we'd have to take the school bus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? But, like, we're like, oh, let's bike to school.
Yeah, yeah, it was like a
It's
big
like
thing.
a 40-minute ride. But, like, we did it.
Yeah.
You know? But to take the public transit at 6 years old.
Yeah, 6 years old sounds crazy.
But it's Milton. So it's like, you're not really going anywhere, like,
Yeah, you're not going
dangerous or
crazy.
whatever,
Yeah,
you know. But like now, like it's just like I wouldn't even because the kids are wild and you don't
That's
know what
what
they're
I mean,
gonna
bro.
do, bro.
That's what I mean, bro.
You know,
Like,
just someone brings their scooter on the bus and doing
something, bro.
what's going on. You have no idea. It's too volatile.
Your brother was Matilda.
What do you mean?
Have you ever watched Matilda?
I think I saw it on Broadway, but I don't remember the movie.
Oh, the movie was like that was like she was like a child prodigy. She was like a baby, but she was like raising herself,
Okay.
and she would like do shit like that.
Yeah.
She would like walk or like take the bus somewhere.
Yeah. That was my brother.
Yeah.
Well, because he's like he's 8 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So like he's like kind of grew up by himself. Like
Yeah.
I was there, obviously.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
it's
mean?
different.
Yeah.
And like you said, man, it was a different time.
Yeah.
I kind of want to pivot.
Yeah.
We only have 15 minutes. I don't know
Yeah.
if we'll have time to go through this whole topic. We might have to continue.
Mhm.
But it's kind of this is kind of a crazy topic to pivot into after that. But it's a little bit darker. But anyways,
Okay.
I wanted to talk about this for our mental health segment for the show. So recently, there's been some controversy that has come up regarding the MAID policy in Canada. MAID is medical assistance in dying.
Yep.
It's been something that has been legal since June of 2016.
Yep.
And it was usually the people that are eligible. I don't know why I'm saying this, like to let you guys know.
Yeah.
But the people that were eligible for getting medical assisted death was people that were suffering from incurable illnesses or had lifelong disabilities or disabilities that were incurable. However, as of recently, they want to start making it eligible for individuals who are solely suffering from mental illness. However, this has been postponed till March 17 of 2027. So this basically means that individuals that have only mental illness, no kind of physical illness or ailments, can be eligible if they choose to get medical assisted death. Some of the controversies that have come up regarding this, people argue that mental illness is not always untreatable, meaning that patients might choose death during a temporary or treatable phase of illness. They have a major ethical issue whether a person with severe mental illness can even provide voluntary or valid consent, as the illness itself can distort their perception of reality and the future. Opponents argue that Canada's mental health system is not adequately prepared to support the expansion, with many patients facing long wait times for care. Disability rights, disability advocates argues that extending MAID to mental disorders perpetuates ableist assumptions that life with a disability is not worth living. First of all, for that last point, I don't really agree with that, just because, like, I think that's again, to me, that's an example of people that aren't living in that population try to have a voice for that population. It's like when people added what was it, like when Black and Indigenous people were added to the LGBT.
Oh yeah, that
flag,
pisses me off.
Like, no one asked for that.
Yeah, I don't want to be near that, dude.
Yeah, not to say it's a problem, but it's like you gotta. Someone's gotta ask first, bro.
Imagine putting a Jamaican man on that fucking flag.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, bro. Well, for fucking bus and transit, you think he wants a flag?
But I do think it is one of those things where it's like you're not. It's always like the lawmakers who are not really in those communities making these things. Yeah. And once again, this could go back to, is this something for the actual community, or is it something that they can make money off of? Yeah. Is it gonna prop them up, or is it gonna actually help the community?
Yeah, and again, like it's tough to say because I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, to be quite honest, because I've worked with people with developmental disabilities. I've worked with people that have severe mental illness. I have people in my family that have suffered from severe mental illness. So I've seen firsthand the toll that it takes on not just the individual, but their loved ones, their families. Like it is a very difficult thing for someone to go through. However, with the other points that were being made, I think that we're talking about the final resort. Yeah. Right? The last resort of like someone being like, yo, I'm done with this. I don't want to, I can't take this anymore. But I don't think there's enough conversation about the preventative measures of getting there. Because
100%.
Bro, like that point is a great point that someone raised, where it's like the wait times for people that are struggling to find housing is like minimum 10 years. It's crazy, bro. for someone to have a mental disability and be waiting for subsidized or supportive housing and to wait 10 years.
Insane.
It's insane.
You'd have to know you're going to be fucked up beforehand. Like 10 years.
Yeah, bro.
Like you got to go back to 2015 to apply.
Yeah, and that's if you're even eligible.
Yeah.
Right?
And you have to wait 10 years to figure out if you're eligible.
Bro, you're on a waiting list.
That's crazy.
So it's like already the system is fucking you in that regard.
Yeah.
So it's like I think if there's, and I don't know what the solution is,
Mm-hmm.
right? But all I can say is I think there needs to be preventive measures put in place prior to that. So either have more affordable housing or have transitional housing that is more accessible for people coming in and out, right? We tried harm reduction, but I don't think it was monitored properly because look at what happened to all of the safe injection sites. Or East Hastings is fucking zombie land in Vancouver. Vancouver. But it's like, so harm reduction, for people that don't know, is a model where if someone is addicted to a substance or behavior, that you slowly find alternatives or you give that person a safe place to use.
Okay.
So like, meaning if someone is addicted to meth, heroin, whatever, they can go into a place, they can get clean needles, they can have a safe space they can use, and then they can stay there if they need for the night, or they can leave, whatever.
Okay.
On paper, it sounds great. The problem is you have a bunch of people that are struggling with addiction. You don't have the capacity to house them.
Yep.
You don't have the staff
Yep.
available to monitor 24/7, 365, right? So it's like what you had after the fact was that you still had people using these safe injection sites, but then you also had people still going back onto the streets.
Yeah.
Right? Going back onto the streets mean you're buying from dealers, which means you're using money that you don't have.
Yeah.
Now crime
Goes up.
Yep. Everything is a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like those are the elements that I think need to be tackled first before we talk about fucking final resort.
Like where's the preventative measures? Like how do we stop someone from getting that low to begin with?
100%.
You know, instead of like, oh, by the way, when you get this low, like we're not going to stop you, but we're going to put a door here for you, you know?
And you're also talking about giving access to people who are at their very lowest point.
Yeah.
But I have seen it. I'm not saying it happens all the time. But I have seen instances in where people that are suffering from chronic depression, deep depression, or like any kind of mental illness or trauma. Yeah. They have been, and I'm going to use the trigger word. So if anyone's sensitive to it, just, be mindful of that. But like if anyone, they might be suffering from suicidal ideation, suicidal thoughts, or they might have even attempted self-harm. Yeah. Right. All of these things, but still, even after all of that, they were managed to find a way out. Yeah. Right. Again, for someone that's deep into it or is already at that point, sometimes there is no talking someone out of it. Yeah. They're going to make the decision that they make. And if there's a safe way of doing it, then, I don't know the solution to
I have an idea, and it's going to sound like a joke.
Yeah.
But I'm not joking.
I'm ready for it. Okay.
But like, what if you give them like a fake way out? So it's like, okay, come in here. We're going to inject you with this. You're going to go to sleep, and that'll be it. But then you wake up, and you're like, you know what? I still want to live.
Bro, that is so dumb. That is genius. You know those ones? You know what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, like, but like, just imagine, because you're like, they inject you or whatever. Yeah. And then that's it. I don't know how the MAID thing works. But you just, like, go to sleep. But then you wake up, you're like, yo, I'm still alive. Yo, sick. Whew. Could that work?
I mean,
but you don't tell them until after. Like, they think, like, okay, you have to sign like 10 forms or whatever. And they're like, all right, this is it. And then they wake up after.
This topic is not funny, but that was fucking crazy.
I'm just saying, would that help them? Because they went through with it, but they're still alive. And they're like, you know what? In that last like breath, I changed my mind.
That's what I would think that's a good idea.
Okay.
And this is coming from someone that has been in the field for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, yo, that checks out.
That checks out. The math checks out on that one.
But that also means that you have to go against every right. You know what I mean? Like, no one consented to be put
to still be alive?
Yeah. So.
No, but it's like, okay, well,
but that's the thing.
You know what? Maybe
that's the thing. You can't tell them it's fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but they signed it. Obviously, they're not going to read the fine print. On page 87, you're like, actually, you're going to wake up.
If someone's like down bad, they're not going to be like, let me yeah. You are finessing them though.
Okay, but
for the better.
For the better.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the community here, okay?
He's collectivistic.
But I'm saying, like, would that help or would that be like morally wrong?
I think some people will argue that's morally wrong, but if you ask someone like me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I wouldn't be against that idea.
Yeah.
But then my other question is that you don't think people will catch on?
You
Like
know, some of them work and some of them don't. You know?
Bro, if it happens the first time, you don't think someone's gonna be like, "Yo, don't like."
No, you'd be like, "Yo, keep it hush for the next man."
Oh yeah, fair,
you know, because it's like it worked for you.
Yeah.
So part of you, now you got to help the next person by don't tell nobody.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. I just thought of this. I don't know if it would help, but like,
No,
it could be something.
I think the idea is lit, to be honest. Not lit. That's a bad word to use, but like I think that's checks out.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I think like I forgot what I was saying earlier.
Well, so just one thing that always
Caveat.
not caveat, but like an idea that always stuck with me. Not that I was ever like down bad or whatever like that, but like I forget, it was like a YouTuber, but he always said like, don't take a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
the problem in the moment might feel like it's gonna be forever,
Yeah.
but dying is actually permanent.
100%.
You know, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, bro.
If you can, you know, because some people can't.
Yeah, and like, but the scary thing too is that like you'll notice that people that have made the decision to do that either won't present it to you, right? Like a majority of the time, they're not going to tell you that this is what they're going to do. For sure, right? There's no like, even if there's a plan or whatever, they're not going to come out and say, "I'm going to do this."
Yeah.
So like for someone that already has made that decision, they're just going to carry it through, which is the scary thing, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I think more than anything, if there's a way to prevent someone from even getting to that point,
That's
what the
I'm saying.
focus should be on.
Yeah.
Or give them a fake one.
Yeah. I think the fake one would be sick.
yeah, not sick,
No,
but like,
I mean, no,
effective.
like, no, and then you wake up and you're in Jamaica or something, you know,
Yeah,
you're like, you know what, life is good.
Yeah, bro. Or like, you know, something like that, man. Like I think like there has to be something along the way that can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, for this we could pick up more of this topic next episode, but for the sake of time, we're gonna wrap it up. But before we do, I did want anyone to listen to the last segment of the podcast. Just know if you need help, there are ways to get it. You can always check out 310 COPE, Kids Help Phone, assistance hotlines. But yeah, if you just need someone to talk to, or even if you're thinking about, you know, next steps on what to do with your life and you need support, there's support out there. I promise you. Google it. Like I said, 310 COPE and assisted hotlines are always a great resource. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Dante. I'm Jesse. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace.